There's no such thing as passive income. Sounds great, right? Problem is, it's not real. No such thing as truly passive income. And I'm going to give you 7 reasons why. Yeah, so I hear this from time to time. Oh, I'm gonna invest in some real estate so I can generate some passive income. No, there's no such thing as passive income, folks. And I'm not really sure where this comes from. I guess they mean less hard work to create income. I don't know. But before we get into it, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll get notified when I post new videos, assuming that you want to be. I'd appreciate it. So yeah, reason number 1 is there's always upfront work required. Every so-called passive income stream, real estate, YouTube, online courses, dividends, you name it, takes work to build. Someone has to create it, invest in it, and set it up. Yeah, I mean, there's always work involved. I mean, find me something that you get money from, unless somebody just gives it to you. I mean, I guess you could say that's passive, but if they give it to you, you have to handle it, you have to put it somewhere, you have to deposit it, you have to, it still requires work. It's not truly 100% passive. So yeah, there's always something up front that the idea, the thought, it all has to generate from something at the beginning. Number 2, you still have to maintain it. Yeah, not only do you have to put the effort in up front, but once you get the income, you have to keep up with it. That's totally true. Once it's up and running, it doesn't just print money forever. You have to monitor, update, and manage it, or it fades away. And that's true. If you don't keep up with it, it's eventually just gonna keep declining and maybe eventually just completely die out. So again, just another example of why passive income, this whole concept of passive income, is just really, it doesn't really exist in the real world, not the world I live in anyway. 3, risk never sleeps. There's always risk at some level. I mean, sometimes there's ultra risk and sometimes there's like ultra low risk, but there's always a risk. Risk is not zero. There is always some more than others. So markets change, algorithms shift, tenants leave, and trends move on. If you're not watching your quote-unquote passive income, it can disappear and disappear fast, and that's true. So so what do we have here? You've got your upfront, always required, right? You still have to maintain it, and the risk never sleeps. There's always a risk there, and it may be risk that you just don't care about. It may be risk that you're like, this is big risk, I gotta pay attention. And it seems like the attention factor and the risk factor, they go kind of hand in hand, right? The more risk, the more you're gonna pay attention. That's generally how it works for most people anyway. Number 4, you're paying in time and money. Look, the 2 most important things we have in life are time and money. And usually people have one more than the other. And most people would probably claim that they've got more time than money. Most people. Sure, there's people out there that just have piles of money and no time. But that's not usually the case. Most people have more time than money. And I know that I'm in that camp for sure. So you're either investing in sweat equity, or you're investing in cash that represents your past effort. Either way, there's a cost. And I think that's another thing. It's very interesting that it's this whole thing that I talk about. If you've been on my channel, you'll understand that convenient justification. We will twist things in our head and in our mind that are just convenient for us in the moment. And a lot of people won't factor their time into anything. it's all of the money. It's just the money, and the time doesn't get factored. Well, your time is worth something. Everybody's time is worth something. Now, you may value your time a whole lot less than others, or you may value your time a lot more than others. But either way, time has a cost, a value associated to it. And it's not just the money side. You have to calculate the effort in there as well. And so, and goes back to the example of the owning real estate versus renting, and why renting is always better. We conveniently justify anything. It's the same example I've used. You buy a home for $200,000, you sell it for $300,000. You say in your mind you believe you made $100,000. Well, you didn't. You didn't do that. and hardly zero cases have you really done that. So, moving on. Systems decay without input. If you stop maintaining a property, a business, or even a YouTube channel, this is an example of mine, it declines. Set it and forget it doesn't exist. It truly doesn't. I'm an entrepreneur, and I've created quite a few businesses, and actually in the process of creating a couple more. And in none of the cases of those have I just set it and forget it. It just doesn't. It doesn't exist. There's always effort involved, and a lot of times effort and money. So, and I think I'm going to do another video on time and money, because I remember growing up, my dad used to tell me all the time, look, the two most important things you have are time and money, and it's the bottom line, and how you manage those becomes really critical. But he also would follow that up with, look, money don't buy happiness, but it sure does eliminate a lot of worrying. That's true. So my dad gave me some wise words growing up, and I followed those back in my head, and I use them to this day with my own kids. So he's no dummy. I mean, he knew what he was talking about. And it's funny when you're young, you're in your late teen years, and even going to college. You take the stuff for granted. It's just a bunch of yap from mom and dad, right? And until you start paying your own tax bills, when it starts to matter. I got another story I'll tell you in another video about that. Let's move on to the next one. Delegation doesn't mean passive, right? So you can hire managers or use automation tools, but that just shifts the activity. You're still responsible for decisions and oversight. That's true. I mean, just because you delegate something doesn't mean that it's game over. It's just you just move on. No, you're still managing that process, that thing that you've delegated. Oh, so that's very true. And let's number seven example or reason why there's no such thing as passive income is that sustainable income requires management. I mean, you have to keep up with it. Again, more work, and so real financial freedom comes from managed income, not passive income. It's about building systems you can control and improve over time, and that's true. That if you do those things, it helps make it, I guess, a little more passive, but it's still not truly 100% passive in the sense that we like to communicate that it is. So the next time you hear someone selling you passive income, this old, whoa, I'm going to invest in real estate so I can generate some passive income. Remember, it's not passive, it's leveraged. I like that. It's leveraged. It's absolutely is leveraged. The work still happens. It's just happening differently, and that is very true. Very, very true. So yeah, passive income. I hear this a lot, and it drives me crazy when I hear it. I was gonna generate passive income, and there's no such thing as that, and you don't even say that because it's not true. And the other person, oh, what are you talking about? Yeah, it is. No, it's not. Did you work to produce it? Did you? Most likely, yes, you did work. Did you have to come out of pocket to invest in it or put cash into it? I'm willing to guess the answer that's probably yes. So, hey, got a Got a guy hauling butt down this road here on a 0-turn lawnmower. He's getting after it. So anyway, that's the video for today, guys. Passive income. Anytime somebody tells you that, stop them in their tracks and say, tell me exactly what you think that means, and let them know that it doesn't really exist, because it truly doesn't. So anyway, guys, this little video for today. Weather's turning a little bit better here in Tennessee. It's not cloudy and rainy. We got a little stretch there, but the temperatures are dropping, and it's getting cooler. The leaves are changing colors. I was beginning to think that we weren't going to get the leaves to change here in Tennessee. I thought it happened a little earlier than this. I mean, we're hitting November 1 and they're just now really starting to get going. So anyway, guys, that's the video for today. Do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll get notified when I post a new video, assuming that you want to be. And by the way, the channel's doing great. Keep the comments coming. If there's something you want an opinion on, or you want to know what I think about something, hit it in the comments below. Be glad to opine and let you know my thoughts on it. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you're new, I appreciate you being here. There's more coming. If you've been here, again, thanks for hanging around. Y'all have a good day. Gen X guy out. See you. Bye.